Welcome to my first Beauty Basics online makeup class. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to create the perfect brow shape. The first thing you need to do to determine the correct eyebrow shape is to take the end of your brush, place it right here on the edge of your nose and straight up. This is where the eyebrow should begin. Then from the edge of your nose, looking straight ahead on the right of the pupil, that should be where your arch is. Look straight ahead. That's where your arch should be. Then from your nose to the outer corner of your eye is where the end of the eyebrow should be. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows and create that perfect shape using the Motives Essential Brow Kit. And so in this kit, you have wax, a lighter brown, and a dark brown, so you can customize your color. But don't worry, if we don't have the color in here, you can always use one of our eyeshadows. I've done it and it works perfectly. So, why do you need the wax? Well, I'm going to demonstrate that right now. I'm going to put my brush in the wax. And I'm just going to put that all over. And then I'm going to take my spoolie brush. If you don't have a spoolie brush, you could always do the brush comb end of your eyebrow brush. Let's see if I can find one. Here it is. One of these. That works just as well. But what you want to do is blend that wax so it's evenly distributed. The purpose for the wax is to help the color stick, so you won't have any fallout. It's not going to smear, it's not going to go anywhere. That wax will help the powder attach. Now that our wax is blended, we can begin. I like to start with the dark, and I'm going to start underneath. I'm going to my line, remember where that arch is, right up in here, where we determined, to the right side of the pupil, looking straight ahead. And then remember where we're supposed to end, corner of your eye, from the edge of your nose, right here. Add a little more, because I don't want it to look like I filled it in. I'm not into those crazy dramatic, if anyone's old enough to know who Groucho Marx is, Groucho Marx eyebrows. That line's pretty good. Good start. Now what I do next, I'm still going to use the dark. I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. I used to line the top also the same way I did underneath, but then it starts looking a little too fake. I just don't want that. So I'm going to go with the growth of the eyebrow and just feather it in, just to fill it. And just enhance the eyebrows you already have, if you already have them. Just to keep it as natural as possible. Okay, I'm going to take a tissue and I just like to kind of wipe off a little bit of the product, because now I'm going to go in with the lighter color. It's natural when you get towards the inner corner of the eyebrow that it gets a little more sparse and it gets a little lighter. So I'm using the lighter almost to create that ombre effect. Keep it as natural as possible, like I said. So I'm still going with the growth. Just kind of feathering that in. And my eyebrows back just a little too far. Just a little bit. So I am going to draw out with the powder, just a little bit with a lighter shade. Don't worry if you mess up, because we're going to clean everything up with concealer or eye base. Whichever one works better for you. I already started filling in my other eyebrow. I'm going to go back in with that lighter color. I'm just slightly off here. Just draw that out. Don't worry if you go too far. Like I said, we're going to clean it up. I prefer concealer. Right now, I am going to take my spoolie and just brush over that. Just want to blend it in a little bit. Don't want to erase your whole line underneath, but I just want to blend that in with the wax. Make sure it looks natural. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up. And you can use, like I said, you can either use our eye base to clean it up, or I want something a little bit heavier, and this is our cream concealer in light. Taking a brush, just kind of tapping it in there a little bit. I want to clean up this line. And then I'm going to go underneath. Don't want too much product under there. Just make this line look perfect. Right there where the arch should be. Just clean that up. See a lot of those halo eyebrows where it's super light up here. Yes, I put light up here, but I'm going to blend it. Take another brush, just gently blend that in. And then I even go ahead and brush gently over that first half of the eyebrow to get more of the ombre effect. Just going to fade that out slightly. If you have it too dark and pointy, pointy edge in here, it just makes you look like you're frowning. So you just want to soften that up just a little bit. Especially if you have darker eyebrows, it's kind of hard to not have it end up looking like that. So then I'll go ahead and do the other one. Right. Just finishing up blending that other eye. I took the concealer, put it right there where the arch is. Just kind of soften my line a little, but don't go crazy. You're just going to remove the line you created. Just making it soft to make it just fade into the eyebrow. Went in through here, did a little bit on the top and blended that in. And then, like I did on the other eyebrow, I just went over that first half of the eyebrow just to give that blended look, a little bit of an ombre where it starts dark, lighter, lighter. Okay, so that's how you do your eyebrows. It does take some practice. Sometimes it doesn't work as well as it did just now. And I have to go back over it. This is what makes me late in the morning if I decide to wear my contacts and then do my eyebrows. Late. Now remember, this is a saying in our industry, the beauty industry. Your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. It is normal to have one of your eyebrows slightly off from the other. Occasionally, my eyebrows aren't even related. They're so different. Things aren't working. But as I said before, it just takes practice. That concludes my first class. Thank you for joining me for Beauty Basics. I'm going to continue to have these classes all throughout the summer, possibly even longer. They will be held here in this group every Monday at 8 p.m. Feel free to comment here in this group or under this event, or you could private message me if you're more comfortable about any questions you may have about what you just learned or anything else for that matter. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next week.